Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be looking at an entry-level GMC Terrain Elevation. This is a great, affordable, all-wheel drive car. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and link you to the Jerry Signer GMC here in North Salt Lake for giving some time with this Terrain. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbo 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 24 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 175 horsepower and then 203 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you can see it's raised there on either side, and then I like the light design here on the Terrain. I think that's pretty cool looking. You got nice chrome trim here with the grill. That's funny. Normally there's a camera in other packages, but no camera, so they have to put like a little cover. That's interesting. Anyways, there's the front end. Our tire wheel setup is 235 by 65 by 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, you got that machine finish on the top, and then it's metallic gray below that. These wheels actually look pretty rugged. Big chunky fender flares. You got the rest of the bodywork there. Terrain badge, blacked out mirror caps. And then there's your side profile. And again, you can see the new Terrain's pretty boxy. Now this leads us to the key fob where we have our lock and unlock, remote start as well. Got the GMC logo. And let us pop inside. Wow, it is spacious here in the back. So again, you got to lift the hatch yourself, but it does have hydraulic struts to help. The little floor mats. Let's see what's underneath here. Good storage down below. But yeah, I mean, it's small on the outside, at least it seems small on the outside, but the inside it just blows up. It's pretty cool. Anyways, manual with the pop down. You got the cool C-shaped taillights, elevation badge there on the back, and there's the rest of the rear. Popping into the passenger cabin. It's actually not soft touch up here, but you got this cool kind of trim that goes across, and then you've got the soft touch and the stitching below. Here are the seats. Nice cloth trim. Quickly pop in. Legroom, it's good. Got a storage pocket. Got some USB-Cs, and then, or no, those are, yeah, those are USB-Cs. Anyways, some vents. And then with the boxy design, you get quite a bit of headroom. Popping up front, soft touch here at the top, and then that nice trim that goes across, and then more soft touch and stitching down below. Automatic for the front window. Got your mirror adjustments. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. These front cloth seats are manual with the adjustments. And then that's your drive mode select. You pop it into all-wheel drive, so they're separate kind of. You got auto hold, auto stop start as well, and then you actually got soft touch on the dash. I don't know why I said dish. I guess I'm thinking of food right now, apparently. But there's that. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around, paddle shifters there on the back, radio controls below it. Got stuff like our cruise control here, heated steering wheel button on the steering wheel, controls there for the center. Turn signal windshield wiper stalk, and then this does come with a column shifter now. Digital gauge cluster here in the center, and you can see my camera's reflection. It shows you the glare that you can get with this. But yeah, it's cool, the different images you can change onto the gauge cluster to show what you want to see, and then it also lets you know what the driveline's doing. Just a regular backup camera in reverse, good resolution though. And then as for the infotainment system, it's quick to respond. For the most part, you've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you can see stuff like the lights is controlled in the infotainment system. You do get heated seats with this. Got your climate controls as well. Get a physical button for the volume, and then some of the climate stuff has the little switches here, but it's a pretty big screen, right? Pretty nice trim all across the dash here, so it feels a little bit more upscale. And then storage there. More storage here in this area. There's lots of little storage nooks and crannies in this. Soft touch here on the top. Got a regular rearview mirror. Sunglass holder. Oh, actually, no sunglass holder. Interesting. No sunroof either. So here's our window sticker for this Terrain Elevation. $33,890 is the total MSRP. See how it performs.
Well,
let us set off in the Terrain Elevation. Also gonna crank this up a little bit. Personally, I don't really like using climate controls too much when I drive. I like the heated seats. Don't use the heated steering wheel too often, but when I film, sometimes it's nice. Fingertips get kind of colder. Interesting so far. Seems like the torque's pretty dialed in. Here 1.5 liter and you're like, that's a tiny engine, because it is a small engine. It doesn't have a big top end at all, but the low end on this is actually really good for this segment. And again, I see how most people would drive this. They're going to be kind of partial throttle, right? People aren't going to be going, you know, pedal to the metal, full throttle all the time, right? Just kind of, you know, lightly get into it. Like the suspension on this is pretty comfortable. Turning radius, by the way, if you don't have it in all-wheel drive mode, you'll have a better turning radius. It's one of the nice things about being able to decouple things in a car. Yeah, the low end torque is really impressive. The top end, like I said, not so much, but the low end, I like it. I think they've done quite well. So with this entry-level Terrain, I've already reviewed a new Terrain, but I wanted to show you guys kind of something that's a little bit more affordable. I always try to have affordable reviews on the channel. I think that this is good packaging overall. Again, you look at low 30s, heated seats, they are manual, but this has, I think this is a good example of having pretty much all the features that someone might want, especially in a colder climate like Utah. Well, can be colder, sometimes it's hot. It depends on the time of the year. But yeah, just a, you know, more simple, right, manual operation on a lot of elements, but it still has the important stuff. The heated seats, all-wheel drive, climate controls. It's got, you know, backup cameras are federally mandated, but still, backup camera as well. It's got a bunch of nice little items, I would say, that they've added to it. And the column shifter is nice because it frees up space. And I forgot to mention, underneath here is more storage. Like this has a lot of storage for being a smaller. That's a lot of play. Anyways, this has a lot of storage for being a smaller crossover. So let me know what you guys think about the new Terrain. But I mean, just over $30,000 for an all-wheel drive crossover, pretty good value.